Hi, and welcome to this week's video. I'm going to be showcasing this week's GPT, which is called Capture One AI Assistant. This GPT is not designed to do any kind of automatic edits within Capture One. What it's designed to do is help those individuals that are coming into Capture One brand new to actually help them do certain edits, like editorial edits, if you're doing commercial photo edits, and using Capture One. Capture One, when you're first coming over from some other program, can be kind of daunting when you look at the interface and how things are constructed. And then once you get used to it, you'll find out that it's just as easy to use as anything else that you've been using. The reason you don't see a lot of videos on Capture One is because the company does a fantastic job of putting out videos and actually covering all of the new features that the application can actually do. They do a wonderful job. They do webinars once a month, from what I've been seeing on their YouTube channel. They actually go over all the new features, and they just really cover the application. So what this is going to do is help you obtain certain type of photo edits. Like if you're doing editorials, boudoirs, or whatever you want to be able to do, this is going to help you be able to generate that type of look. But it's not going to be able to do it automatically for you. It's going to analyze your photo. It's going to make suggestions on settings and parameters that you would need to be able to set. And then what it's going to do is it's going to create an annotation showing you how the photo was edited, where it was edited, and why it was edited. So I believe this is going to be a great asset for those people that are using Capture One and really just need some assistance outside of knowing how to use the program, which I think the company does a wonderful job itself. I've been using Capture One for over 8 years. I am certified in the application. I am quite fond of the application. I use it 99% of the time when I'm in the studio doing photo shoots. It is my tethering app of choice. So sit back and enjoy. I know this is going to be very informative, and I believe you're going to really like what this GPT is going to do for you. And if you have any questions, send me an email. Let's get on with the video. Hi, this is Marcus, and I'm going to be showcasing my latest GPT for OpenAI, which is located inside the OpenAI GPT Store. In my previous video, I showed you that there was 4 GPTs that I created. Since then, I have created 2 more. Is the AI Photo Stylist for the multi-genre shoot designer, and the one that says Capture One AI Assistant. This is going to be the one that we actually use. When I click on this, it's going to show you the 4 starter questions. Now, this was designed to help the individual just coming to Capture One that is trying to use Capture One to do a certain type of edit, whether you're doing an editorial for a magazine, or maybe you're doing something, or you're doing an edit for a commercial. What this is going to focus on is this is going to actually help you be able to do that edit. And I want this GPT to be more of a trainer. What we want to do in photography, what I've been stressing, is to use AI in photography to assist you. Basically, what this is doing is there's information on how you do an edit as an editorial. There's information of how you do a commercial shoot edit. Well, if you don't have access to that information, you have to go to someone and get it. And individuals are selling that information back to you. With the emergence of AI, you don't have to do that anymore. Right? You can get access to that information and be able to do what you need to do. So let's go ahead and we're going to say, let's start this chat. So we're going to go ahead and choose this one right here. And what it's going to tell me is that I need you to upload a photo first, and it's going to annotate it, and it's going to do a whole bunch of other things for you. And we're going to walk through this really quickly. So you would go to Capture One, and remember, the GPT cannot read a RAW file, and it doesn't really do well with TIFF files. So you're going to save this off as a PNG or as a JPEG file. This is the photo from my last photo shoot. So let's go ahead and we're going to click this here. And I am going to save this as a JPEG. I will go ahead and we will upload this. And it will ask me where I want to upload this. And I'm going to go in here. We're going to go JPEGs for AI. Here we go. And we will upload that. And now that photo is being uploaded. And then I just hit return, and it's going to do its analytical assessment of the photo. And it comes back and it's going to ask you, what are you trying to do with this photo? What do you want to have assistance with? Right? So we're going to say this is going to be, let's say this is going to be an editorial. Then we'll hit return. I want to add one more thing also. And again, now it's going through here. It's looking at the cropping strategy. It remembers everything else you told it. And of course, you can see what it's doing. It's going back through this. It's giving me the information based upon looking at the photo, right? So you can see what it's doing right now. It's putting everything back together again. And all it does is takes that image that I uploaded. It applies all those corrections to that photo, and it'll have annotations of what it did. And I can go back and take these instructions and then just go step by step and get that exact same look to the photos that I'm using the Capture One assistant for. And this is the final look of that photo. When I click on this here, you see all of these annotations that it did. It gave me, and it's telling me exactly what each thing is doing here, right? And if you go back into here, you'll see that the photo has been cropped and all of those adjustments that I wanted to have for this type of look has been placed on there. And when we go back and if we look at the instructions, you just follow the instructions and you'll come out with that exact looking photo with all of these, where those annotations have been done. What this is telling you is that when you go back to the instructions, the reason the annotations are important is because it's explaining why something was actually done. And it's showing you how it's affecting that area that the adjustment was actually done and how it works. And again, if we go back through here, you can actually see where things have been color coded and they're telling you exactly why they're doing that. You see how it's telling you about a rug and about a chair and what it's doing here. So this is a very, very effective program. And so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to click this and we're going to download this. So let's go ahead and download this in the same folder where that other one was at. And then we're going to go into there. And if I go here, this is a photo that I actually uploaded. This is what we got out. You can see everything has been cropped and it's telling you how that actually works. If you have any questions, if you have any feedback to it, please, I'm very interested to hear what you have to say about this GPT for those that want to use it. I will constantly be making updates to improve it. If you have Chat GPT, you can go and you can find it in the Chat GPT Store. This is actually available to the public without any charge. You can use it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.